evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for cracker of a contest. We're coming to you live and exclusive from Sharjah International Cricket Stadium for a Super Sunday for a doubleheader. And the first of the doubleheader, it will be CSS Group, which will be taking on 7 districts juniors. Temperature is quite pleasant out at the center with a light breeze across the ground. And in the center, we've got Samir Yunus for the all-important toss alongside the match referee and the 2 skippers.
It's a Super Sunday here at the Sharjah Cricket Stadium. We're all set for yet another encounter. In fact, encounter number 14 of the 2024 edition of the Bukhatir League T20. I've got the 2 captains alongside me for today's first encounter. It's going to be CSS Group taking on 7 District Juniors. Rojit Ganesh of CSS Group and Sahil Arman of 7 District Juniors captaining the side today. And of course, as always, we have Mr. Tehseen Javed, our match referee, watching over the proceedings. Who's going to flip the coin? It's going to be Rojit. Head is the call. Gone quite fast, sir. Long walk for you.
It is tails.
It is a tail. You won the toss, Rojit. What is the plan?
We are going to bat first.
The reason for that is?
It's a good wicket, so if we can put a good score, then we can defend him very good.
How's the experience been so far in this tournament? I know the wicket's been a bit different previous to from the previous tournaments. There's been some work done on it, but what have you learned so far from playing in this tournament?
I think after rain, wicket little bit is slow, so we have 2 good spinners, then we can bowl good.
You want to bat first. How much of a target do you want to set for them?
I think we have planned to 140, 150. It's good.
Go well. All the best then. Sahil lost the toss, but what was your plan had you won it?
बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम हमारा प्लान भी ये था कि हम टॉस जीते तो हमारा हम बॉलिंग करते.
तो टॉस तो आपके मतलब आपकी ख्वाहिश तो पूरी हो गई, बॉलिंग करने वाली है. पिच को देख के क्या लगता है? आप 2-3 मैच खेल चुके हैं ऑलरेडी. क्या मतलब लर्निंग्स क्या हुई है आपके इस टूर्नामेंट में खेल के सोफा?
ये हमारा लर्निंग देते विकेट है. अभी बारिश भी हुआ था, विकेट स्लो है, तो इससे पहला मैच हम 170 हम चेस किया बहुत आसानी से. तो 150 160 होते तो हम आसानी से चेस करते हैं इंशाल्लाह.
टीम कैसी लग रही है? मुझे बताया 2-3 और टूर्नामेंट्स हो रहे हैं, तो आपके सारे लड़के तो है नहीं, फिर भी टीम की कॉम्बिनेशन कैसी लग रही है?
हाँ, ये सही बात है. हमारा 2 ओपनर है, जैनुल्लाह और हसन साखिल, वो दोनों नहीं है, तो इंशाल्लाह और लड़का भी अच्छा है. इंशाल्लाह हम हमारा बेस्ट देते हैं, इंशाल्लाह रिजल्ट भी अच्छा होते हैं.
All the best and go well. That's the story from the middle then here in Sharjah Cricket Stadium. It's CSS Group. They won the toss and they want to bat first here.
Arman, Ibrar Ahmed, Umair Ali, Dhruv Parashar, Suleiman Haider, Shivlal Bawa, Deepak Raj. Well, 2 evenly poised teams, but the 7 district juniors, they've got a lot of firepower in them. So it'll be an interesting context where the youngsters will be up against the vintage team. It's the match number 14 coming you live and exclusive from Sharjah International Cricket Stadium for the 30th Bukhatir League T20 2024. We are all in readiness for the match to begin. To start the proceedings for CSS Group, it will be Akhib Fazal. Alongside, it will be Ibrar Ahmed, the fast bowler for 7 districts juniors. And umpire calls it play. Good delivery, starting off quite well. And it's time for me to introduce you to Samir Yunus, who's just finished his toss responsibilities and joining us in the comm box. Welcome, Samir.
Good evening to you. Good evening to everyone who's tuned in for yet another encounter of this 2024 edition of the Bukhatir League. Has been some good competition, hasn't it been so far? The pitch has been very interesting, especially after those rains. Things have slowed down a bit. That man on your screen, Ibrar Ahmed, has been super impressive. Been watching him over the last year or so, and he's really impressed one and all with his fast bowling. Got some pace about him. Part of a very young team that is the 7 District Juniors, but they've rapidly risen in terms of their performances. Missing a couple of big names, but they do have a decent backup pool as well to tap into. Very well bowled once again. He's been on the money, has Ibrar Ahmed. CSS Group, after having won the toss, choosing to bat first. The skipper did mention that he knows the wicket has been on the slow side, so he's looking at about 140 being a pass score here. You've been commentating quite a bit here, Rizwan.
But this has been a different track to what they've played in the previous couple of games, previous couple of matches, in fact. This is a fresh wicket, but I tell you what, it has been quite impressive from what we've seen after the rains. It's become a batting-friendly track, but then still, it's got a lot for bowlers on offer. So 160, 170 could be a very good score.
Oh, blazed away. Fuller by Ibrar, and Akif Fazal has played a glorious shot to get off the mark and get the first runs on the board for CSS Group, off the mark with a boundary.
A good shot coming from the blade of Akib. Initially took a couple of deliveries, but the one in the slot, he's hammered that. Look at that shot. Comfortably clearing the inner circle. Shows the class of that man, Akib there. I tell you what, Samir, this is basically a contest where the experienced side is taking up on youngsters, but both are equally talented sides.
This time cutting it from the up. Won't find the gap. It will be straight to the hands of the fielder, but they will manage to get a single. Akib has found himself up and running. And you're right, CSS Group have been constantly part of Sharjah cricket tournaments, and they do have quite a bit of experience in the form of guys like Ranjit, who's about to take guard now. And it should be a good contest. Yes, certainly. Skill-wise, both teams right up there. This man has bags and bags of experience, Ranjit Mani. CSS will be holding that he gets them off to a, hoping that he gets them off to a good start here.
Well, that's the experienced campaigner for you. Ranjit Mani has been in the domestic circuit for a very long time, has been associated with CSS Group for a long time as well. He's been there. He was slightly off color initially in the past tournament in the Ramadan Cup, but he's come really good. And Ibrar Ahmed with a slip in place for Ranjit Mani. It'll be interesting to see how he'll go about facing this youngster.
He's finding some movement away from the right-hander, so not a bad idea bringing that slip fielder on early on. It's always best to attack while the ball is still new. It's just bowled one full delivery that has gone for a 4, but otherwise, he's been on that off-stump channel, inviting the batter to get forward and drive.
With the absence of Zainullah and Hassani Sahil, it's a wonderful opportunity for the youngster Sahil to step up to the occasion, take that responsibility of leadership and get going in this match. That was a wayward delivery outside the off-stick, racing towards the deep third region for a boundary. Ranjit Mani opens his account in style with a boundary towards the deep third region. Anything into his arc, he will not miss out on it. And that's the end of the over number 1. CSS Group are 9 for no loss. In India, at that particular age, and he's been here in the UAE for the past 1 year, I would reckon, and is one such bowler whom you can actually cash on, I mean, you can bank on.
Yeah, another one of the galaxy of left-arm bowlers that we have here in the UAE domestic circuit, and you're 100% right in terms of his talent. He's been around and, become an important part of this 7 district junior team, hasn't he? Now he's been asked to open the bowling. Starts off with a slow delivery just onto the pads of Aqib, who's hit that in the gap and very comfortably crossed over for a couple. No fielders inside the 30-yard circle on the leg side, so easy two there.
Well, I remember one of his matches where he was bowling the last over, where he had to defend 7 runs at ICC Academy, and he comfortably did that. Nabil Aziz.
Shorter in length, he looked to hit that in the gap on the offside, straight to the fielder, but he'll still get the single, Aqib. We haven't found any turn, and that's not expected from the new ball either. What they do generally, the spinners with the new ball, is try and skid it through with a bit of pace, those arm balls coming into effect with the newer ball. That's what he'll be looking to do here, Nabil Aziz.
Played off the back foot. Look for 2, but they'll settle for 1. It'll be interesting to see if it would be nice to have a slip in place if he's able to maintain those off-stump channels, Samir.
Yeah, never easy in a T20 making those decisions early on. Yes, you want to try and be on the attack, but you're always also thinking of blocking those boundaries and having the fielders in the right places. Oh, he's played a big shot, played it too early, Aqib Fazal. And that's the guile that Nabil Aziz has. Played it too early. And very lucky that it did not hit that off stick.
I was surprised that it missed the timber by a whisker, probably millimeters away from that off stick. Bowling there from Nabil Aziz. Charges down the wicket, played it towards the deep mid-wicket region for a single.
I think he's found the right length here, Nabil. He's not offering it too full, neither is he being too short. It's the kind of length where batters aren't too sure what they want to do. That's why you saw Aqib playing that expansive shot, trying and putting him off. So far, he's been successful, Nabil. He's kept them quiet. Again, lots of time for him to stay on the back foot, Ranjit, but he'd only managed to find the fielder. Good first over, 5 runs off it, 14 for none. Ibrar will bowl his second. Gave away 9 runs. There's 1 boundary. A streaky one that is off the... In fact, there were 2 for that matter. 1 for Aqib, 1 for Ranjit Mani. Oh, this is uppishly played onto the offside. Very nice from Aqib Fazal. Once again, a little too full was Ibrar Ahmed. And Aqib knew exactly what to do with that. Fielders inside the circle, no problem. I can go aerial, he says.
Well, using the pace on offer, what a good shot that was from Aqib. Let's have a look at that. Short delivery and comfortably placed over the inner circle for a boundary. Well, he's looking good, Aqib. Slightly struggled against Nabil Aziz, but he's quite happy with the pace on offer. And the top order batters, more often than not, love to have some pace on offer.
Aqib does seem to enjoy that offside. Now they've dropped an extra cover there in the deep. Looks for that big shot again. The length is slightly pulled back from Ibrar. He has a smile on his face, Aqib. He knew that was there for the taking. Wanted to go more squarer because of that fielder in the deep.
Certainly, he's maintaining those channels. Ibrar is also a part of Emirates D50, playing for Abu Dhabi, rubbing shoulders with the vintage cricketers, the likes of Rohan, Mustafa. Well, that was a beautiful delivery, a Yorker.
A nice surprise that from him. He's been bowling length just outside off. This one just angling into the right-hander on that block hole. Did well, Akib, to dig that out. In the end, not much damage, will only be a single. They've done well, CSS. This is the steady start from them. 3 boundaries so far in this innings, and they've run between the wickets very well as well.
They have 2 points each, Samir, in this tournament. Both of them, they have not lost a match as yet. So this is going to be a crucial contest.
Yeah, this is CSS's second game of the tournament. There have been a few delays in terms of scheduling because of the rains that were lashed upon this country a couple of weeks ago. And now we are back on track and the cricket has resumed in this part of the world. In fact, there's lots of cricket going on, isn't there? You talked about the D50 series that is being conducted by the Emirates Cricket Board. Lots of high-profile players in there, lots of high-profile cricket being played in there. And at the same time here at the Sharjah Cricket Stadium, we've got the Bukhatir League going on. So lots of live action, lots of competition out there. That's onto his pads. He's looked to flick that away. It'll trickle towards third man. Get a leg by.
And it's amazing to see the way they shift their momentum when you're playing a different format altogether. T20 is a shorter format of the game. There's T10 as well. T10 is yet to start at Sharjah Stadium. But then it's quite impressive of the players out there, the way they manage the games and get adapted to the conditions. For batters, it's not quite easy. For bowlers, they can still manage to do it. But for the batters, you've got to adjust to the conditions, make sure you don't lose out on their patience because it's a longer format of the game.
Upish again from Akib. There's 3 fielders trying to get around there, and in the end, it will still manage to run away to the boundary. So he's certainly enjoying that width that is offered outside off stump. 24 for none after 3 overs.
And mid-wicket in place outside the 30-yard circle. Nabil Aziz tries to go big. Ranjit Mani finds the gap, but then it will be cut off by the fielder. They run a couple of runs quite comfortably.
Once again, trying to go very hard at it. Did manage to get in the gap. Was this on the right of that mid-off fielder? He was looking to make room for himself. Nabil Aziz did well there. One, he did follow him and also was quicker through the air. So Ranjit was caught without time to try and place it in the gap.
And those arm balls coming from Nabil Aziz, more or less his bowling pace with shorter run-up. Gives himself a bit of room, but straight to the fielder. A direct hit, no. They would have still comfortably made it.
Yeah, I think because there's that deep mid-wicket placed for the right-hander and that seems to be the longer boundary from the track, you can see Ranjit trying to make room and open up that offside. He hasn't been too successful in finding the gap, but the idea is quite clear. Nabil Aziz, though, has been brilliant. He's been in line with the stumps, offering him nothing in terms of width. So there's a bit of a cat and mouse game going on here between the youngster and the experienced Ranjit Mani. Yeah, seems to be a hold up here. I think Akib may have done some damage to himself. They are walking up to him to attend. They did take that single pretty quickly. We'll just wait and see if everything's all right.
absolutely fine out there.
I can all do with the magical drink, Rizwan, right now. Getting quite hot in here. Oh, cut away, fine enough for a boundary. Well, that magical drink has certainly worked in favor of Aqib. Nabil Aziz trying to push that through quicker, but the problem was there was width, and Aqib will not miss out on that.
Well, he found that gap quite all right, perfectly, just cutting away towards the gully region, and Aqib yet again with a boundary where he's looked positive out there as opposed to Ranjit Mani. Ranjit Mani playing the second fiddle. 22 of 13 for him. Nabil Aziz, so far he was really good, but that width on offer.
Oh, that's missed everything. Aqib has looked to push that towards the leg side, but the ball went straight on with the arm through the gap. Even the keeper had no idea where that went, and they'll cross over for a couple of byes. Very lucky was Aqib over there, but Nabil Aziz will be holding his head and wondering, why wasn't that a wicket?
Nurullah Ayubi quite disappointed with himself. Kept a bit low to my liking on that occasion. In the slot, and that's been hammered towards the long off for a boundary. Easy pickings for Aqib, and that will be the end of over number 4. 37 for no loss.
He brought into his third over now. Bowled him. Ranjit Mani, in all honesty, never looked comfortable out there while Aqib was free-flowing and finding those boundaries. Ranjit Mani was struggling to get the middle of the bat, but this moment, he's hit the middle of the timber, Ibrar Ahmed.
Well, Ibrahim Ahmed time and again does that, and yet again getting the price scalp of Ranjit Mani, and that would be on his Instagram story tomorrow. Ibrar, beautiful delivery from him, and Ranjit Mani will have to depart after scoring 8 of 10. Of Ranjit Mani, 37 for 1 CSS. It's not going to be an easy affair for him in the power play up against Ibrar. Good delivery, great channels, and he'll get off the mark with a single.
Yeah, the runs have certainly come by for CSS Group. They're going at a healthy run rate right now of almost 9 runs per over. Now, but with that wicket, 7 district juniors have just dragged things back in their favour. Although it's Aqib who's done the bulk of the scoring, they can somehow get rid of him inside the power play, then they'll be in the driving seat. Ibrar has given away a few boundaries, but He's been accurate. He's been in line with the stumps most of the times. Every time he's offered width though, Aqib has taken full advantage.
That was down the leg side and comfortably placed towards the fine leg region. Another boundary for Aqib. He's making things look so easy out there at the center. And Ibrar with that pace on offer yet again being punished.
I read that quite early, Aqib. And yes, too far down the leg side. He only had to shrivel across and pick that up. And because there is no fielder at fine leg, he had all the liberty to take the risk, Aqib Fazal. Very quickly moved on to 30, going at almost 200 strike rate. The ideal start you need in a T20. CSS Group will be very pleased with the way they've gone about so far.
Absolutely, and that was a Yorker. Good delivery after being hit for a boundary. Ibrar will have to come up with a different plan to get hold of Aqib. It looks like he's in sublime form out there, making things look so easy.
The thing with fast bowlers is that because you have got that few seconds between your mark and up to your delivery stand, you're running in, there are 1,000 things that can be running in your mind at the time. And it's always best to have a clear mind, a clear plan before you've started running in as to what you're going to do in the delivery. The moment you are two-minded, the moment you have a couple of plans, you're not 100% decided, that's when things go wrong.
Good analysis. That's been played off the pass, but they've got protection and towards the deep square leg region will just be a single. Rightly spotted. And I think this is to do more with the youngsters, especially Samir, what you've mentioned. The vintage cricketers and the experienced ones, they've got an idea of that, but it's the youngsters who've got to learn about it. And especially when you see those batters shuffling in, they come up with something different altogether.
No, the reason I brought that up was because you see, he got hit for a boundary down at fine leg. It was a short delivery towards the legs. Nobody wants to bowl there. But the reason he may have bowled there was because he was in two minds what he wants to do. The next delivery, pinpoint Yorker, because he had made up his mind, because he got hit for a boundary, I'm going to hit the timber. So when you've made up your mind, more often than not, you will deliver on the right spot. This one's once again on that foot of his. Can't really do much about it. We'll take that discussion to the next over. The fifth over mark, CSS are 45 for 1. Nurullah Ayubi, bit of medium pace here to continue. Nabil Aziz has been given a break. The last over of the power play given to Nurullah Ayubi. Starts off down the leg side. Aqib just looking to come down the track, put the bowler off his mark first ball. And he won't mind conceding the wide there.
A wave delivery to begin with for Nurullah Ayubi, a wonderful, prolific bowling all-rounder, I would call him. Can chip in with runs towards the fag end of the innings with some massive hitting as well. Wonderful bowler as well, but started off with a wayward delivery. Interesting to see how he will finish off the power play.
This one's down the leg side and easily flicked away by Aqib Fazal. He's not found his line here, Nurullah. The first one was short down the leg side, called wide. This one was full onto the pads again. And Aqib is in good form to put that away with relative ease there. He's trying to target his pads because he's got the deep mid-wicket and the long on, but that's not where you bowl. You want to try and start from the middle stump line, not start from the leg stump line. Needs to get it right early, otherwise CSS Group will run away with the game. They already brought up their half century, 50 runs inside the power play.
He's got to be careful. He's got to get that channel right, Nurullah Ayubi. Yet again, wayward delivery. That would be a wide. Completely missing out on his line and length. Nurullah Ayubi there. CSS off to a flyer.
Yeah, we talked about it in the previous over is one. You've got to have a plan before you start running in. The moment you overthink, the moment you think about where you're going to bowl while you're running in, that's when a lot of fast bowlers get it wrong. Captains sometimes give you a plan or you make a plan yourself. This one's too far outside off and driven away by Aqib Fazal. It has the legs to reach the boundary as well. He gets to the 40s now, Aqib. Nurullah Ayubi in just 2 balls has considered 10 runs, proving to be expensive here. The last over of the power play for 7 district juniors.
Well, look at that shot. A lot of width on offer, and that's been hammered by Aqib. What the good thing about Aqib is waiting for that ball till the last second, ensuring he's depositing towards the right area. You've seen the first delivery going down towards the leg side, and this time around playing towards the extra cover region, and immediately you can see a shift in the field.
A good point you made there that Aqib waits till the last moment and he's made this pitch look easier than it actually is to bat. And I'll tell you why after this delivery. This is high, handsome, far away, into the stands for a maximum. First maximum of the game off the bat of Aqib Fazal. Nurullah Ayubi has a lot of things to worry about here. He's been expensive, he's been wayward, and he's been taken care of by Aqib Fazal.
Sweet connection, good timing, and a good shot there from Aqib yet again. Well, again, it's to do with the experience of the skipper out there. I would have still pursued having Nabil Aziz because he's just given away those. The run rate that he has given is about 8 runs an over in his 2 overs. Gave away only 16 runs. And here, Nurullah Ayubi coming in to bowl in the power play. Touch expensive.
Yeah, we talked about the slowness of the wicket. I mean, it's that full on any wicket a batter is going to hit you. And because you mentioned Nabil Aziz, I'll tell you this. You remember in the first over of Nabil Aziz, he played a couple of expansive shots, was caught playing too early. That told us that this pitch is on the slower side. So if the bowlers are going to pitch it on a good length, the batters will have to wait a bit before it comes on to them. So Aqib learned that lesson very early from that Nabil Aziz over. And that's why you see him playing it very late. He waits till the ball gets to him, then comes on with that shot. Quick learning, and he's adapted to the conditions very well. There you go, looking to chip that over final leg. Played it early once again. Ayubi will be glad that that didn't go to the boundary as well.
That's one of the feature of a quality batter. When you go out there, you police the pitch, you inspect the conditions. Take a bit of time initially, probably a couple of deliveries, 4 or 5 deliveries in the first over. Just try to understand to the condition and adapt to it accordingly. And that's exactly what Aqib has done. Played brilliantly, 46 off 22.
And more importantly, he's played the ball to its merits. And there was width on offer. He's gone through the offside. The moment he has been wavered onto the pads, he's flicked them away as well. Chipped towards the offside by Albin. He's more than happy to get those ones and give the strike back to the man in form. And I think this seems to be a plan from CSS. You saw Evan Ranjit earlier on, more than happy to just chip it around while Aqib is going big. I think now the idea is for Albin to try and bat the 20 overs and the other more aggressive batter to play the big strokes.
You certainly need one of the batters to bat deep. And when you have a batter who's actually going at a good strike rate, you might as well, on the other side, give him company, keep him company. Provide as much a strike as possible. And as we speak, another one has been launched in towards the boundary.
Well, this is hard to fathom from Ayubi. He's offering full-length deliveries with the field, not demanding it. 6 overs done, a very, very good power play for CSS, 67 for 1. Amar Badami to bowl in the 7th over. They need someone to pick up a wicket for them, 7 District Junior, especially of Aqib Fazal, who's striking it nicely out there. He's got to his half century in just 23 balls. This was the last ball of the last over. Full once again from Nurullah, and look at that shot. He's played that a couple of times, Aqib Fazal, and what a stylish way to get to your 50. A wrist spin now in the form of Amar. He started off with a fuller delivery. Albin, as he has been, more than happy to get that single and give the strike back to Aqib.
Doing the right thing, Albin. Rotating the strike quite comfortably. You see, the good thing about the CSS Group's innings so far has been there not been much of dot deliveries. It's just 6 dots that you see on Aqib Fazal's. He's managed to reach to his half century in no time, making it look so easy. But this would be a test for him up against the spinner.
What test for Aqib Fazal when he's striking it like that, Rizwan. Full length once again from Amar Badami, slightly outside off stump, and he's in very, very good form. Struck that very nicely for a boundary.
Beautiful shot from Aqib yet again. It was in the slot for him. And over-pitch delivery comfortably placed. He's looking dangerous out there. They need to find a way to pick him. Otherwise, he's going to run away with this game.
Except Nabil Aziz, every bowler of 7 District Juniors has struggled to find their radar. Always look to guide that towards third man. Understandably so. There is a point fielder, but no one behind the wicket keeper. So lots of runs on offer if he can just play that late cut.
You need to come up with a back of length delivery, not provide the over-pitch deliveries for him. Yet again, this was a good one. Good delivery after that boundary. 2 good deliveries from Amar Badami. Albin, 4 of 4 for him, is playing that second fiddle out there.
What's been impressive about Aqib is that he hasn't been reckless. He's chosen the deliveries to go after. The good ones he's offered the respect as well. And when there have been singles and twos on offer, he's been more than happy to take them. But the bad balls, he's certainly put them away. Shorter in length, but onto the leg side. Flicked away very nicely from Albin. He'll get another single. These two are looking very comfortable out there. 7 District Juniors need to pick up a wicket here, especially that of Aqib, who's done the bulk of the scoring. 55 of the 74 runs have come off his bat.
Oh, he's looking absolutely brilliant out there. Getting those runs quite comfortably, irrespective of the bowler that they are bowling at him. This time, try to cut away towards the point where he slipped cordon, but did not succeed. That will be the end of over number 7. CSSR 74 for 1. Umair Ali, the spinner for 7 District Juniors. I thought for a second Umair Ali was the one from Karwan.
I'm not too sure if he'll be playing here for this team. They have been, especially the senior 7 District side and Karwan CC, have had a bit of a rivalry going on of late. A few tournament finals, semi-finals against each other. Started off well here, the youngster. Also a wrist spinner, just like Amar Badami, but he's bowled a couple of dot deliveries here. Important that They have a plan here, the juniors. They can't just go on with the game like this. Nicely bowled, punched away off the back foot, Albin. Looking for the second one, running the first one hard. Should get it comfortably.
Comfortably plays that towards the extra cover region. Transfer weight on the back foot and punched it down the ground. Umair Ali has been impressive so far. Rightly said, Umair Ali, the member of the player of Karwan CC, has played a lot of matches for them. Quite an animated character. Short ball played straight to the bowler. I think this is a very good start from Umair Ali.
Yeah, when you land it where he's been landing and where Nabil Aziz was also on landing, that's when you see the true nature of this pitch. It's really slow, doesn't come onto the bat. Got to force the issue as a batter. I think Umair has read this quite nicely and a good delivery as well. He's tried to drive that without much footwork and it's beaten him. Super over so far.
And I think it's that area that you mentioned, Samir, when you walk in with the delivery stride, aim that particular area and go with that. And I reckon that's exactly what Umair Ali has been doing. Straight to the fielder, but they will still steal a single. That will bring the end of over number 8. CSS Group are 76 for 1. From the Sharjah Cricket Academy and tried to play that ram shot, racing towards the boundary. Bit of work for the fielder there and he will cut it off. Be comfortable, 3 runs for them.
Yeah, they've kept that area vacant to try and get the batter to play a shot like that, but not if you're bowling that full. It's going to be way too easy for the batters. They pick up 3 runs off that first ball now. It's a deep square leg fielder who had to come all the way around to cut that off. There's a deep mid-wicket, long on, long off and deep extra cover, all of them in the deep. So lots of vacant regions on the leg side for the batters to try and capitalize. Nicely cut away. The point fielder has got a hand to it. Certainly saved a boundary. Couple of runs added to the CSS total.
Managed to get his hand, which could save him 2 runs quite comfortably. And yet again, Amar Badami offering the width on offer. He's got to maintain those channels. A lot of real estate towards between the mid-wicket and the corner region. That's exactly where Akib would want to eye anything between middle and leg. He will go for it. Play towards the extra cover region. Protection. There'll just be a single.
Well, he's been more than happy to go aerial on the offside. And more often than not, he's found the gaps as well. On that occasion, there is a long off fielder to cut that off. But whenever he's played those shots, he's looked really good, Akib Fazal. Nicely bowled, cut away towards deep extra cover. Nice protection down there. So slowly, 7 district group, 7 district juniors, beg your pardon, are slowing down the run scoring. There has been a boundary for a while now. I think spin is the way to go in the next few overs for them, to slow things down.
But they're missing the services of Adib Usmani today, CSS Group, and Akib has taken that responsibility to score maximum of the runs played towards the fine leg region. Will be a couple of, in fact 3 runs there added to the tally.
They're doing it very smartly, these two. I understand that the boundaries won't be as easy as the power play because there's ample protection. But because they've left those areas open, especially the fine leg, and whenever Amar Badami has been straight with the stumps, these two have been more than happy to just chip that towards fine leg and get those runs. T20, it's not always about boundaries. Got to be smart in your run collection as well.
And without those boundaries, he's given away 10 runs in this over. Yet again, play towards the offside. That will just be a single to close the over. CSS 88 for 1 after 9. Pulled well, and it's Umair Ali who's been impressive. Just given away those 3 runs in the first over. He would certainly be looking to get the wicket of Aqib. Full length, driven down the ground, will just be a single.
Yeah, they have to bowl to their field. That's important. I've seen earlier on the faster bowlers, especially that one over from Nurul Ayubi, all over the place. Ibrar was impressive. But otherwise, the bowlers have been a bit all over the place, and they've found out the hard way. Aqib Fazal tearing into them. 61 of 30 now. He's on strike. He'll be looking to go big. He's done his job. He's got them off to a good start. All along the carpet, being sensible here. They've got a good start. And without much effort, they are collecting 7 to 8 runs per over. Ideal way to go. That run rate almost touching 10 runs per over. Very comfortable position for CSS Group.
But there's a lot of purchase for the spinners, but the only thing is you've got to be hitting those right areas. As long as you can hit those right areas, you can pick up the wicket. This was easy picking, short ball on offer, and Albin this time around joins the party with a boundary towards the mid-wicket region.
Well, I'd like to say that Albin is showing some aggression, but when you drop it short like that, even Rahul Dravid will play a shot like that, Rizwan. The most circumspect, the most quiet of batters. They call him the wall, don't they? But even he would play a pull shot like that.
Reminds me of an incident where the commentators were informing that Rahul Dravid would not go and hit a 6 in a test match, and he did that, walking down the wicket up against the spinner right after that comment that was passed on to him. Play towards the wide long off region will just be a single.
But in all fairness to Umair Ali, there was a first real erroneous delivery from him, too short. But he's learnt his lesson very quickly. And never easy for a wrist spinner to come and immediately find your right spot. You do tend to bowl a couple of looseness, couple of half trackers. You can excuse him for that. He's still a youngster learning his ways. Well, that's very, very wide outside off, and also lots of flight. Will be another bye. Not collecting it cleanly, the wicketkeeper.
There was a bit of turn on that delivery. Slightly moving away from the batter. Missed by the keeper. Umair, quite impressive so far, except for that short pitch delivery on offer. Last delivery. Played smartly with the soft hands. Will be a dot ball to finish the over. And at the end of halfway stage, CSS are quite comfortably placed at 96 for 1. And it's time for drinks.
That got a bit of turn, but it's through the fielder. Sahil himself there. Won't really have anyone to blame, the skipper. Manage a couple of runs with that. Too short and wide, and the story continues for CSS.
Samir, they've scored 97 in the first 10 overs and they've got 9 wickets in hand. From there, if they can capitalize from here on, they can comfortably reach the 200 mark with ease. And that's exactly what they would be eyeing for.
Once again, it's time that extra cover fielder will cut it off. So a couple of singles on the offside in this 11th over. Yeah, you're right. From this point, if they do try and double the score, they should get close to that 200 mark. And that, I can tell you, on this wicket will not be easy to chase down. The lights will be on. And at night, the bowlers do find a bit of assistance as well.
Shot. Played late, and that will be cut off for a single.
Almost played it from the keeper's hands there. That's how late he played Aqib. But he's looking very comfortable out there. He's been batting for a long time now. He's seeing the ball well. Seen what the pitch is doing. Upish, but one bounce to the fielder. Will still manage to get the single. Keeping the scoreboard ticking.
Good stuff here from Badami after those deliveries. Not giving that fuller length deliveries or the ones in the slot for the batter. Just ensuring he's bowling to the field this time around, Amar Badami. It's important that 7 districts juniors will have to find a way to pick up a wicket of Aqib. And yet again, comfortably, 2 runs taken there. And this is what they've been doing, Samir. Without the boundaries, they're still managing to get that 9 runs, 10 runs and over quite comfortably.
Yeah, that's been the good thing about this partnership. If boundaries haven't come too easily, they still manage to find those gaps, those big gaps, get those 1s and 2s going. Aqib does seem to be tiring a little bit, some signs of fatigue. He has to bat on. There's a century enough for him if he does go on like this. Well, that's taken the outside edge, and the third man area is vacant. Point fielder will give it a chase, but the ball will win the race. 100 comes up with that boundary. In fact, the 100 came up much earlier, but the good over from Amar Badami got spoilt with it. 106 for 1 after 11.
In the slot, and that's been hit straight down the ground for a maximum. Easy pickings. And Umair starting off with a delivery in the slot for Albin.
Well, in that little break, there was a change. We'll tell you about it. But before that, look at this delivery and look at this shot. Full in the slot for Albin. And he's taken over from Aqib because Aqib has had to retire due to some injury. It seems like Vishnu Raj has been replaced, has been his replacement, beg your pardon. And the next delivery after that 6, cutting through the batter. The wicketkeeper once again not being able to collect it. Will collect 3 byes if I'm not wrong. We'll wait for the umpire signal. Yes, it is signaled as buys. So this over of Umair Ali proving to be expensive. Already 9 runs off it.
Well, looks like that magical drink didn't last for too long, that he had to head back to the dugout. And the new batter out at the center is Vishnu. And Albin looking optimistic out there, played some wonderful shots. He would want to take that aggressor's role from here on.
Yeah, they've run quite a few 2s and 3s, Akib and Albin. Even Albin, as you can see in your screen, is just seated, and we can tell you how hot it is out there. Easily 40 degrees plus this afternoon, so not easy running regularly in these conditions. The summer is well on its way. Left-hander now, so different challenge for Umair Ali. Started off well, it's been chipped towards the leg side. Vishnu will get off the mark with that single.
Well, milking those singles and doubles quite comfortably, CSS Group. They're looking positive. They won that previous encounter. They want to get those 2 important points on board. They would want to qualify to the next stage of elimination, which will be the quarterfinal. As we all know, the first 2 teams from each pool will move forward to the next round of elimination. And Umair Ali have to do something. It's good in a way for 7 districts juniors that Akib had retired, but he was looking absolutely brilliant out there. They have that chance, I would say, to get things back in their control. Albin has spent some time, but Vishnu is the new batter there.
Nicely pulled away, will be cut off. Yeah, and you're right, if they can somehow pick up a wicket here, just apply some brakes on the scoring, break the momentum of CSS Group, because from ball number 1, they have been on the driving seat, getting runs quite easily. The 7 district juniors will have to think hard and come up with an idea to try and just slow things down here, apply some pressure on the new batter as well. Making room, Albin. Cutting it away. Another single taken comfortably. That should end the 12th over. CSS Group still well and truly on top. 119 for 1.
Amar Badami to finish off his spell of 4 overs. Starts off with the brilliant delivery. Coming from the Sharjah Cricket Academy and got to produce something special with an offer, and that is racing towards the boundary. Fielder will have to chase it down, and he cuts it off. They pick up comfortable 2 there.
Interesting, this Amar Badami bowling out his 4 overs. Sahil Arman, the stand-in captain, you've been impressed with his captaincy so far, the bowling changes?
Well, he did well initially in the power play, but it was a 6th over, wherein he brought Nurullah Ayubi, which was expensive. But since then, it's been one-way traffic so far, and that is another boundary for Albin.
That boundary would have been a mathematician's delight, because he's found the gap perfectly in between the 2 fielders, almost symmetrical. Short delivery, pulled away by Albin. And if you just look at the 2 fielders, look at that. Exactly in the middle of them. Nicely done.
Equidistant between the 2 fielders. Rightly played by Albin. Impressing everybody out there, taking the responsibility after the Akib's innings. Well, apart from that, Nurullah Ayubi's expensive over, but it's got to do with the bowlers at the same time, not just the captaincy. When you've been given that role, you've been given the responsibility of the team to come and bowl, and you've got to maintain those channels. If you're offering those half trackers, full end deliveries, that's quite comfortable for the players to bat us off Albin's caliber to play out there.
On the contrary, CSS Group 2 seem to have come out with a certain plan in mind. One batter to be the aggressor and the other to just chip away with those ones. Vishnu seems to have taken over Albin's previous role, and Albin seems to have taken over from Akib, where you're seeing him now just cutting loose and playing some shots and finding those boundaries more regularly.
It's a game awareness and a bit of relay going on here from the CSS Group. Started off quite well. Ranjit Mani as well as Akib. Akib doing the bulk of the scoring and Albin keeping him company. Played smart, played late, and they will still manage to pick a couple of runs quite comfortably. It's not, this has been the, well, that's a misfeel from the keeper. Another overthrow, and Ammar Badami clearly disappointed with that effort from the keeper. That will be the end of over number 13. CSS 130 for 1. The absence of him, it's Adib Usmani who has joined them, but unfortunately he's out there at the D50, and that was in the slot and has gone for a maximum. Albin making it look so easy.
Well, our match referee, Mr. Tehsin Javed, has to take cover there because he's launched it right into the umpire's room. This is a similar start to the previous over. First ball in the slot, and Albin Elias hitting that out of the park. A maximum to start the over. Now the pressure is on the bowler. It's his last over. He'll be thinking about getting out of it without further damage. Albin Elias has different plans for sure. He's suddenly raised to 45 of 30. CSS Group are well on their way to get a mammoth total here. Having a look at the ball again, and why not the way it's been hammered all over the park in the last few overs by Albin.
I mean, you especially get the maximum or the boundary of the first over, you have that option to go big in that particular over. And Albin, he looked absolutely perfect out there. Anything within his slot, he's deposited that into the stands. Charges down the wicket, hits straight and straight into the hands of the fielder there. Attar Rahman taking a very good catch in the deep.
Looking to up the ante, trying to get to his 50 in style. He walked on the track. Umair Ali saw it and pushed it wider. There was a field that long off, and that's gone flat to him, and a good take. Not easy, these ones are. But he's done well enough to hold on to it. So finally, the second wicket falls for CSS Group. A super innings from Albin Elias. He's done his part at number 3. 45 of 31 for him. 2 fours and 2 sixes, upping the ante exactly when there was a need after Akib resigned, after Akib got injured and went out. 136 for 2.
Group and get back into the game, Samir.
It had to be Umair Ali to pick up that wicket because he looked good from the rest of the bowlers as landing in the right spots. And you're 100% right. 2 new batters out there. The skipper himself having just walked out, Rojit Ganesh. This is an opportunity for 7 district juniors to try and arrest the slide over here. Given away too many runs, going at more than 10 runs per over. CSS, a couple of quick wickets here could quickly turn things around for them. Push that wide outside off, and it will be called a wide by umpire Nadeem.
Well, it will be good to see Nabil Aziz bowling from the other end, as he's got Vishnu with the longer boundary on the onside. Completely missed everything there, and poor bit of keeping from the keeper.
Yeah, going for that big slog sweep can be very tempting against a wrist spinner for a left-hander. He's a shorter boundary as well, so not surprising that Vishnu wants to go for that shot. This time he's flicked it off his pads, but has he gone the distance just over the fielder? I think it's the skipper Sahil over there, who was a few steps inside the boundary line. And unfortunately, it's gone over him. We'll just have another look if it's gone one bounce into the fence all over, but nice looking shot that. Yeah, look at that. Had he been at the boundary line, Sahil, that would have been a regulation catch. But he ran in, misjudged it completely. And from what it seemed like in that replay was a one bounce before it went out. But umpires will want to confirm that there was a 4 or a 6. What a nice looking shot. Very stylish. Yeah, it did bounce before the boundary line. So, boundary. Very lucky Vishnu, because that could have gone straight to the hands of Sahil had he judged that better. This one's full outside off, but he's hit that all along the carpet towards long off to end the over with a single. There was a wicket in that. Quite a few runs as well. Umair Ali ends off his 4 overs. 1 for 33 are his figures. 6 overs to go in this innings. CSS are on a very comfortable position of 143 for 2. But it seems like the skipper has decided to bring himself on. Sahil Arman with a bit of medium pace here. Starts off with a loopy full toss. Vishnu not taking any risks so early on in the new over. Push it towards a long one. Get a single. Right then, 15th over in progress. 144 runs on the board. CSS will certainly looking to get at least 50 to 60 in the last 5 to 6 overs. Get close to that 200 run mark, which will be quite a task for 7 district juniors to try and get down to. Rojit is on strike. He's the skipper. And it seems like he might be the one who look to go big here. There you go. This is what I talked about. He's gone big all right there. Full delivery. In line with the stumps. He just stood there and gone all the way up into the air and outside the boundary line for a 6.
Well, this is a quality shot from Rojit Ganesh, and what a way to open his account. In fact, he is already on 1, but that maximum will give him a lot of confidence. It doesn't look like that he's just come out to bat, Samir. Looks like he's been there for a very long time. What a good shot that was from him.
This time full, but outside off. Missed out on that one, really. There was there to be driven for a boundary. Sahil offering simple medium pace deliveries. Has to be careful, needs to get his line right here.
That's one area, is a corridor of uncertainty for Rojit. More often than not gets out in that area yet again, and Sahil maintaining those channels.
I think on a track like this, you've got to utilize and try and bowl it into the pitch. go too full, the batters will take advantage. We've seen very few bowlers trying and being on that good length, the usual test match length that we talk about. It's either been too full or too short.
Short ball that's pulled, but it's straight in the air, and fielder coming underneath and takes a comfortable catch. Trying to up the ante yet again after getting that maximum. Rojit could not quite time it, and an easy catch for the fielder. Have a look at that shot.
Yeah, offside doesn't seem to be his strong suit. He's looked to cut that away, but it's gone straight up in the air. A very, very comfortable catch. So important wicket this for 7 District Juniors. These two not being able to put up a partnership. Rojit, the skipper, has to walk away having made just 7 runs with one massive sixer. 150 for 3 now.
Keeping that run rate under 9 in that over that he's given. And that will be the end of over number 15, 151 for 3. And put a lid on the run scoring here.
He's given away 16, but he was impressive in his first spell, Nabil Aziz. Oh, he's gone. He's bowled him around his legs. Danish Sarhadi was looking to ramp that. But he's only managed to let the ball go and hit the leg stump.
Says welcome to Sharjah Cricket Academy International Stadium is what Nabil Aziz is stating out there. A good delivery, bowled around his legs, trying for that ramp shot as you said, and Danish Sarhadi will have to depart after scoring 1 of 3. Left-hander Danish playing a left-hander. Will be a singular arm delivery coming from Nabil.
Yeah, this is a good phase of play for 7 District Juniors. They've managed to pick up a couple of wickets, slow down the scoring. At one point, it seemed like CSS were scoring runs with ease. Now they might just rethink their target here. Especially Vishnu can't be overly aggressive as well. We might just see Akib also making a comeback depending on the situation of his injury as well. So 7 District Juniors have to make use of this phase now.
And this is where they can come back into the game. It was hit straight to the keeper but falls short of the bowler Nabil Aziz there. And tell you about Nabil Aziz, Samir. Besides playing in India, in Lucknow, he's also played a lot of cricket in a different state called in Telangana, Hyderabad, where he played close to 30 odd matches. This was in the slot. Nabil Aziz, after bowling so well, has been hit for a maximum. Not the way you would have wanted to close the over. 16 overs gone. CSS is 158 for 4.
Sahil Urman managed to break that partnership. Got the wicket of the skipper and he's got another one. Amir Hamza gently pushing at that one. Didn't really get to him. And Sahil Urman, the skipper, making the difference here for 7 District Juniors.
There was an off-pace delivery straight into the hands of Sahil, picking those 2 important wickets for his team. Well, despite losing those wickets, they've managed to keep the run rate up and above 9 runs and over. Amir Hamza departs after scoring 1 of 2. Taken a short break there after that injury. 70 of 36 for him, and what a way where he can actually get to a century.
It looks in good flow, doesn't he? Even after that break, good looking shot to get to the non-strikers and a couple of painkillers and he's back on. CSS must have forced him rather. We've lost a couple of wickets. You need to go out there and continue batting. He's on 71. He needs to now find a few boundaries towards the back end of this innings here.
And all of a sudden the weather looks quite different, looks gloomy, dark. You might expect the lights to come on a bit early. Vishnu 15 of 10 for him, been there for some time. He's got to get those runs towards the death overs.
He's not offering any pace at all, Sahil. That's been the trick so far. And he's finding that good length as well. And yeah, things have changed quite drastically over here. It was nice and warm, in fact extremely warm, about half an hour ago. But now with just almost an hour left for sunset, it's become extremely gloomy. The players looking up every once in a while, seeing if there's any chances of rain as well. Comfortable for the fielders, that's for sure.
Well, absolutely. And we're witnessing that quite often these days in the UAE. We used to hear that this happens only in Australia and towards the western side of the world. But yes, you get to see that even in Middle East of late.
I want a refund, Rizwan. When I came here from Sri Lanka, they said it rains only once a year. But it's 6 times already in 2024. I want my money back. No, but it's nice, isn't it? It's always nice that you have varied weather like this. Can be quite demanding, the heat over here. Hammered away. This is Aqib Fazal. He's looked like he's not taken a break at all. And they'll cross over for a couple of runs.
Well, Sahil, still, I mean, he was able to produce that off-pace delivery that was laid perfectly in the vacant area. Has managed to keep things tight in this over. Sahil will have to finish off really well with that last delivery coming on.
I think he seems to have understood what's needed on this pitch. A lot of the bowlers, I thought, were trying too hard to try and pick up a wicket, but what he's done is he's just run in and landed on the right spot, not offered any pace whatsoever. Has been powerfully hit. There is a fielder down at long off rather. Will only be a single. So another good over from him. Just 5 off it and a wicket as well. 3 overs left in this innings. CSS are looking to launch from here. 163 for 5.
Continues last over. Going down the leg side, we'll have to wait for the umpire's call. That will be a wide. I thought for a second that brushed off the pads, and that's exactly what Ibrar is indicating to the umpire.
A wayward delivery to start his final over. It'll be interesting who Sahil bowls in the last couple. Surely he's going to bowl one. But another 3 overs left. Ibrar bowling this one. He'll have to make his decisions wisely here. Vishnu will take strike. Aqib is on 74. 165 on the board. Now the 200 looks a bit tough. They need 35 runs in 3 overs unless they start finding boundaries from this over onward. It's going to be tough to get there.
With Aqib out there, still possible, but it's not going to be easy. Full length, beautiful delivery, right on the money, and no damage done. Wayward throw though, and Aqib was looking for that single just to get on to the strike. Aqib is one such batter, Samir, who likes the pace on offer.
Yeah, and that's exactly what's required right now in terms of the bowling. Ibrar finding that block hole. He needs to find that more often in these last few overs. Slow delivery, nicely bowled. Vishnu can't do much except just drop it with soft hands, but Aqib has taken off from the non-strikers end very quickly. Very aware and very wise in terms of finding those runs is Aqib Fazal. And now he's on strike. He'll look to get a couple of big shots here. Ibrar needs to be very smart. He did latch on to him, Aqib, in the first few overs. This is going to be a good battle.
We can see the breeze flowing from the east to west. Samir across the wicket. Not easy for the batter. Driven down the ground. But just be a single. A wonderful fielding effort from Nabil Aziz on the previous delivery.
He's done well so far. 3 good deliveries from Ibrar. He's mixing it up. There's a couple of slow deliveries, one in the block hole. Vishnu is on 17 of 13. He's got that one boundary, but otherwise he hasn't been able to find the gaps too easily. Around the wicket to the left-hander now. Slower delivery, not in complete control of that shot was Vishnu. Deep extra cover runs in. Oh, there's a fumble. They're coming back for the second. The throw should have been at the bowler's end. Now, these are the little things that you need to avoid if you are to be ruthless in your performance.
That should have been restricted to a single for sure. That misfield getting them an extra run. And you know, when those in those close encounters, these are the ones that make the difference. You've got to be spot on. You've got to play with your top game. You cannot afford to miss that. Didn't twine it straight to the fielder. They managed to get things back in control, but it's still not going to be an easy affair for 7 Districts Juniors to come out to bat at the centre with the lights on. And CSS Group definitely has a very good, powerful bowling lineup. So it'll be a test of time for the juniors out there.
Well, you said at the top of the game that 170 is a pass score here. They've certainly got to that. Now, anything more than this is only going to be bonus. We'll have to wait and see how 7 District Juniors respond to this. Oh, if that has struck the pad, then umpire Nadeem Anjum will have no hesitation in raising the finger. Looking to be cheeky was Aqib Fazal. But Ibrar Ahmed, as every bowler in the death should be, was dead straight.
Well, Aqib trying to improvise with a Josh Butler shot. Could not connect and got plumb in front of the wicket. He departs after scoring 75 off 42. 11 fours and a maximum. CSS Group are 170 for 6.
Sahil to bowl the 19th over. Starts off with a loopy delivery outside off. Vishnu looking to reach at that. In fact, it was Vishnu, a left-hander, which brings the new man on strike, Yasir Ahmed for CSS Group. I think 7 District have done well in the last few overs to really pull things back. At one moment, it seemed like CSS Group are easily going to get to the 200 mark, but regular wickets and better reading of the pitch has allowed them to just crawl back into the game.
And Sahil doing a wonderful job leading from the front, bowling quite well, hitting the right areas, right lens. He's managed to do everything well so far. Low full toss, didn't quite time, it will just be a single.
The interesting point here will be who's going to bowl the last over. Ibrar has bowled out, if I'm not wrong. Sahil is in his third over. He can't bowl the next one. CSS will be looking to try and maximize in these remaining 10 balls. If they can get at least 20 runs here, 2 or 3 boundaries should help them get there. And they need to come now. Vishnu needs to be the one who needs to be striking them. Oh, that struck him on the back foot. May have been going down the leg. Would have been close though. Umpire Imran Munir is unmoved with that appeal. But a good delivery once again, beating him with the slowness of the track and taking the pace off the ball.
Well, that was going down the leg. Yes, it was slightly going down the leg, and a very good call from umpire Imran Munir. And I reckon it will be Nabil Aziz, Samir, to answer your question, to bowl the last over. He's still got 1 over under his belt. He's bowled really well. I reckon he's given away close to 23 runs in his 3 overs. He still has an option. He can afford to go with Nurullah Ayubi, but then he's been quite expensive. So it will, I reckon it will be Nabil Aziz.
Not the biggest fan myself of bowling spinners in the last couple of overs, but let's see how it goes for 7 District Juniors. There's a reason they're out there and I'm in here. This has been a good over from Sahil. In fact, it's been a brilliant spell from him. I'm surprised he didn't bring himself on earlier when the runs were flowing off the bats of CSS Group batters. However, it's never too late. Inside edge once again, looking to go big on the leg side. They should be able to come over for a couple of runs. They'll take every single run they get. And that's why starts are so important. The power play, it belonged to them. And because they had that foundation, they've managed to get past 170.
Well, it's always the power play, irrespective where you're playing, what kind of wicket you're playing. It's those critical overs that get you the foundation when you're setting up a total on board. Vishnu, 24 of 18, he'll have to find ways to get boundaries, try to get close to 200 just to get that psychological advantage. And this was in the slot and straight into the hands of the fielder and he misses it. And that is a maximum.
Oh, Nabil, that could have been a perfect ending to Sahil's spell, but he's let it go through, straight through his hands. Yasir. In fact, it was Vishnu who got that maximum to end the penultimate over. They're on to 180 now, 182 for 6. Oh, this is a very interesting move. Nurullah Ayubi to bowl the last over. Yasir Ahmed wants to play French cricket though. And a favour throw from the keeper. Absolutely unnecessary. We'd allow them to get 2 byes. There. That's the frustration. Sahil Arman asking his keeper, there was absolutely no need for you to do that. Nurullah Ayubi went for 21 runs in his first over and he gets to bowl the last one.
Well, if I was the captain, I would have certainly had Nabil Aziz on. Because he's that bowler who can actually get you those wickets, can be deceptive with the... Have a look at that shot from Yasir. That's a maximum. This is exactly what I was telling you. Pace on offer and these batters will capitalize on it. And that's exactly what Yasir has done there.
Well, this move is beyond comprehension for me. Your bowler has gone for 21 runs in his first over. You haven't brought him on at any stage of the game. And just when you have the game in control, bowled a few good overs, picked up a few wickets. Your last over, you want to close out well and you go and hand it to the most expensive bowler. You've got 1 over left from a left-arm spinner. Yes, it's a gamble to bowl a spinner, but he's done well. So I'm not sure what this idea was to try and bring Ayubi in.
Well, this is the inexperience for you, Samir, as clearly as you can see. Another one hit straight down the ground. Another maximum. Well. Nurullah Ayubi is having a day that he wants to forget. Absolutely unbelievable from him.
Full again, outside off. Yasir Ahmed is swinging at everything. And he's got back-to-back sixers here. Rizwan, you would have noticed I'm rarely critical of players out there. If at all, never. But this is beyond belief. Do not understand what the thinking was of Sahil Arman to bring on Nurullah Ayubi in this last over. Another one. This is high, although he hasn't got the distance. Lands safely. They'll get a couple of runs, get to 198. Now 200 is back on the cards.
Well, lucky on that occasion, didn't quite time it. Otherwise, that would have been the 6th number 3 for CSS Group in that over. Well, probably a niggle. I don't know what happened with Nabil Aziz. I would have expected him to bowl Nurullah Ayubi straight away, being hammered straight down the ground couple of times. And the 200 looking quite comfortable there for CSS Group.
Down the ground this time, gets the outside edge. It's running away very, very quickly. The point fielder is giving it a chase. There you go. Nabil is right there. I don't think he's carrying any injury. And they'll get the 2 and they'll get to 200. Now then, CSS Group. They had a solid start, were bossing the game up until the 14th over. Then 7 District Juniors pull things back. But in this last over, they've given away all that advantage. All the good work undone by one wrong decision. How much is it going to weigh on them come the second innings?
37 runs off 11 deliveries from Nurullah Ayubi. This is yet again, that has been launched and launched to perfection. Another maximum. Yasir has had a wonderful outing out there.
Gifted. Absolutely gifted it back in this last over. 3 maximums in this last over. They love CSS Group to take advantage back. In fact, they've gifted it back. Maximum to end the innings and momentum completely in favor of CSS Group here. 206 runs they make in, I don't think, a wicket that is too batter friendly. 7 District Juniors have only themselves to blame. 75 runs at the top by Akif Fazal. He was looking fantastic. Played some glorious strokes. Ranjit didn't look himself today. Albin Ilyas played a solid hands. 45 of 31 for him. Vishnu, the left-hander, stayed out there till the end, having made 30. Then those 3 wickets of Rojit, Sarhadi and Hamza. That's when 7 District Juniors pulled things back. They had a few quiet overs. They were picking up wickets. Out came Yasir Ahmed. And that last over from Nurullah Ayubi, he absolutely went bonkers. Hammered 24 of 8 balls, and those 15 extras are loving CSS Group to get to a 206 in their allotted 20 overs.
Talking about the bowling scorecard for you, the pick of the bowlers for me was definitely the skipper Sahil and Nabil Aziz, who just gave away 23 runs off his 3 overs. Didn't quite understand why he was not asked to bowl the last over. And Sahil, 2 wickets for him, 2 for 25, and Ibrar initially bowled really well, 2 for 33 for him. And Umair Ali was really good in the initial couple of overs, but went for runs towards the end, 1 for 33. Nurullah Ayubi, 2 overs and is given 43 runs out there. And CSS Group managed to reach 206 for 6 quite comfortably. We will take a short break and we'll be coming back with the second innings where 7 Districts Juniors will have to chase down 207 from 20 overs.
Very warm welcome once again from the Sharjah Cricket Stadium. 7 districts versus CSS Group. 7 district juniors. They were required 207 of 20 overs at the run rate of 10.35. CSS won the toss and posting a wonderful total. The last over, Nurullah Ayubi went for a plenty, and that is what the equation in the middle. They got some momentum here, CSS. That last over going for plenty of runs. While 7 district juniors, the openers needs to really fire at the top of the order to set this chase up. Can't wait for enthralling action live from the Sharjah Cricket Stadium in the 30th Bukhatir League 2024. All is in readiness. The openers are walking out to the middle. And CSS Group, a wonderful team, a united team, closely together always, hunting as a pack. Don't have too many superstars in terms of names, but they work together as a unit. That is very, very important. That is something really have to look for, is that camaraderie. The 2 openers are out in the middle, Sahil and Atar Rahman at the top of the order. Exciting talent from 7 district juniors. Atar Rahman can play his shots. Sahil Arman also, dashing opening batsman. Absence of Zainullah, regular skipper, is the standing in skipper today. The top of the order, taking guard. This new ball have significant importance. The first power play. Get off to a good start is so important. That will really set the chase up for the juniors. Same time, CSS Group, Yasir Ahmed, he was magnificent with the bat to finish. Now he's got the new ball as well. Oh, this is a good delivery. Like a bounce on that occasion, but hitting the right areas. Perfect length and a little bit of outswing. Sahil does like to hit the ball hard. They got protection. 3rd man deep on the offside and square leg back. Have a look at the replay. Nice action. Caught on the crease. That front foot going nowhere. Superb start from Yasir. Another good delivery. He's poking in around off stump. Surprisingly, that brand new ball is keeping a little low. Down the leg side, and it's going to be the first boundary here. Straying onto the pads and nicely deflected by Sahil. That's the first boundary for 7 district juniors. That is one thing you can't afford to do, is to stray onto those pads. The top order batters perhaps just trying for that magical delivery to get that shaping away from leg stump. It didn't swing as much was expecting, and it raced away past fine leg. First boundary of the innings. This time glided away towards 3rd man for another single. Yasir is extremely tall. With his height, can extract that extra bit of bounce. So far, a couple of deliveries just died down on the batters. Even that delivery, not the quickest surface here at the Sharjah Cricket Stadium. Another good outswinger played away towards the backward point. 5 for none in the opening over. Chasing a massive 207. It will take some doing. Another good delivery. Dot ball to end the over. 5 for none after 1. Five for none after the first over from Yasir. Two openers still finding the way. Amir Hamza will possess a different sort of threat for these batters with his left arm. Pace bowling over the wicket. In the air, just short of the man. And they sneak through for a single. Looking to close his face of the bat. Got a bit of a leading edge and lucky is still there. That could have easily popped up anywhere. Hamza has the ability to bring the ball back in to the right-handers. This time played away on the offside. Another single. They got to be a little careful running between the wickets here. Any sort of hesitation can cost them big time. Set off and well, that would have been really, really close. Had he hit the stumps, it's touch and go. Seven for none in the second over. He's got to slip in. That's the beauty of the left arm angle. Short delivery and bowled away. And bowled away quite beautifully. Well controlled, but find that fielder in the deep. It was a nice pull shot there from Sahil. Getting on top of the bounce. And rolling his wrist. Oh, beautifully whipped this time. Fine enough. Oh, great fielding. Great stop there from the Fuseman at backward square leg. That was traveling at the rate of knots. Imran Munir there just checking with that fielder. That's fine. Beautifully whipped. That was racing along. Have a look at that stretch and commitment and the presence of mind to keep the ball in the ground. He's about to touch the rope with his feet. Superb fielding. Oh, nearly chopped one back onto the stumps. This is good stuff from Hamza. Score getting caught on the crease a bit there, Sahil. And moving his front foot. Oh, short delivery. He missed out on that one. That was there to be hit away. 2 overs gone, 9 without loss. Nine without loss. This one sliced away towards third man, just short of him. Had he come a couple of paces in front, may have had a chance on that one. Opening the face there, Ataur Rahman. 10 without loss, 7 district juniors. Chasing 207, 30th Bukhatir T20 League 2024 here at the Sharjah Cricket Stadium. Gorgeous evening. Yasser. This time he drives and straight to the man in the covers. Albin takes the catch. That's the first breakthrough here for CSS Group. They have struck early. And Sile, the standing in skipper, falls. Again, that front foot not going to the pitch of the ball. Aerial through the offside, brilliantly taken. It was a simple catch. He made it look simple. That is the end of Sile. He's gone for 7. And 7 district juniors, they have lost an early wicket. He's gone for 7. Ten for 1 after 2.2 overs. Yasser striking in his second over. That brings Badami into the middle, batting at number 3. Beautifully played. Coming onto that front foot, and look at that effort. That intensity in the field. That strength, one of the strengths of CSS Group team, that they field well. And they hunt as a pack. That was superb stuff in the covers. And you know, as a batter, if you get it slightly wrong, they will pounce on it. Short and just sat up in the wicket. Not really coming on. Looking to force it off the back foot. Just having a word with him. Oh, down the leg side, drifting down. Optimistic shout there from Yasser, but that was clearly going down the leg side a long way. Badami missing out on that opportunity. Was there to put away. Although he's got square leg back on the fence, but there's a lot of space through the leg side to work with. They need a quick start here. Although they lost a wicket, but they got to put the foot on the gas. Are looking to play a pull shot. Again, high on the bat. Sneak through for a single. End of 3 overs there. It's going to be Nipan Babu for a sign of spin from CSS. Quality left armour. Not a big turner of the ball, but he keeps things very simple and tight. Balls that stump to stump line. There you go. Right on the money. Gives himself room. Terrific shot through the offside. That is high class from Badami. He made that room to open up the offside. Beautifully done. There you go. Inside out. Terrific footwork. That footwork made the shot one of the hardest shots in the game. And he made it look really easy on that occasion. That is fantastic execution from young Badami. Nothing wrong with the delivery though. It's on the stumps, angling in. High class shot there from the youngster. This time he goes for that slog sweep in the gap. That will be another boundary here from Badami. That's good batting here, putting the spinner under pressure early on. This time going with the angle. That slog sweep. Wide of long on between at mid-wicket fielder gap. Superb stroke. Back-to-back boundaries. Oh, that is not a great delivery. Feeling the pressure, drifting onto the pads, is racing away towards fine leg. Gives chase. Couple of runs there. I think it just maybe. I think he got a bit of bat on that one. Good stuff. Oh, beautiful. Beautifully done here. This time, not hitting it hard, but getting inside the line and using the pace on offer there. Superb stroke. That's quite brilliantly done. That was a superb shot there from plays it with soft hands. Front foot block to end the over. 25 for 1 after 4. 25 over 1 after 4 overs. Nippon Bapu going for quite a few in the last over. Superb batting by Amar Badami, a youngster, really putting the pressure on the spinner in the power play, and that's the way to go. Chasing a massive total. And that one stayed down. Rahman is a good striker of the ball. The ball just kept a little low there. These last 2 overs are so important in the run chase. Need few more boundaries. All looking to play that pull shot. Just maybe beaten for a bit of a pace there. Rahman, that one hurt him. Beautiful evening. The lights are just beginning to take effect at the iconic Sharjah Cricket Stadium. It's a great sight. Oh, bottom of the bat. He was looking to go big. Chance if he hits. Desperate dive there from Atar Rahman. He knew that he was in a bit of trouble. Had that throw been closer to the stump, so no damage done. He gets through. Perhaps just trying to hit the ball too hard, youngster. Not getting in sync with the surface. Few of the balls just keeping a little low. You just hurrying the batsman up. Not the truest pitch you will ever see here at the Sharjah Cricket Stadium. This time he knocks him over. That is a poor shot from the youngster. He was playing so well, Amar Badami. And he plays a price going across the line. This is not the surface where you can really play across the line. That one went straight on. Real error of judgment, and he knows it. Good looking Amar Badami goes 26 for 2. "26 for 2, 7 district juniors." Good looking Badami playing across the line. He was dismissed. You better walks in. Oh, inside edge. A little bit of movement off the seam there. Nipping it back into him. A wonderful start from CSS. Picked up 2 wickets. They've kept things relatively tight. What exactly you need. Shival Bawa, the new batter, batting at number 4. Talented batter. Fazeen has got his first wicket. This time short and wide and just did not came off the surface quickly enough. 5 overs gone, 26 for 2. "26 for 2. Hamza will continue. Left armour. Ringfield on the offside. Pitching the ball up, and that is beautifully played. Straight down the ground. Not quite timed as well as he would have liked, but still lovely shot in terms of just maintaining that bat path. Hitting straight through the line. That's a lot better choice than what Amar Badami opted to do, is to go across the line. He's shaping up well, Ata. This time he goes through mid-wicket. Dive there. Great work from the mid-on fielder. Covering a lot of territory in quick time, keeping it to a single. Hamza is not quite getting the movement normally he gets under these conditions with the new ball. Not getting that swing back. Played away on the offside. Shival gets off the mark. He has the ability to hit the long ball. Shival Baba. Batting at number 4 for 7 district juniors. At the moment in the power play, they're a long way behind the game in terms of the run rate, and they also lost a couple of wickets. This time he goes big and gets the outside edge. The third man was up in the circle and he raced away for 4. He was looking to go with the top. Have a look at that. Just looking to go through the leg side, and that angle across the right hander brought that outside edge. Raced away. He's a positive player. Atar Rahman likes to play his shots. And that's the need of the hour as well. Slow ball, beautifully bowled there. That's wonderfully bowled. Disguised him into the surface, rolling his fingers on top of the ball, slowing it up. And also that little bit of deviation once it hit the surface. That scrambled seam. That was through the shot a lot earlier. That's excellent variation from Amir Hamza there. This time drilled down the ground. Long one cuts it off, back on the fence. That will be the end of the first power play. 6 overs done, 35 for 2. 35 for 2 after 6 overs. Fazeen continuing here. Whips it straight to mid-wicket. 12, just 14 deliveries. Love to get some momentum into this innings because they're chasing a big one. 207 is a tough ask against a versatile bowling attack. Top fielding side as well, CSS. Need a special knock from someone. This time struck straight down the ground. Come back for the second again. Not really timed there from Atta. Just hitting the bottom of the bat. This is not an easy surface. Sometimes you've got to really apply yourself, and he's faced 15 deliveries. I expect him to get the measure of this track by now. Wide offside off stump, and it's been called as a wide there by Nadeem Anjum. Very experienced umpire along with Imran Munir officiating in that game. This time whipped straight to mid-wicket. That will be the end of the youngster. Finds the fielder on the leg side in the circle. Fazeen picks up his second wicket. And Rahman looking to go over the top, flicked it straight to the man at short mid-wicket. That's another blow here for 7 District Juniors. Rahman goes for 14. Beautifully caught by Nipan Babu. And they are struggling here. Deepak Raj walks in at number 5. 38 for 3. In real strive here, chasing a big total. 7 District Juniors, they need something really special. Oh, driving first delivery, big shout. Nadeem Anjum is unmoved. The wicketkeeper went up straight away. Deepak looking to drive. Fazeen, look at that perfect length, drawing him forward. No bat involved there. But a nervous start for Deepak Raj. Asking all the right questions there for Fazeen. He's picked up 2 wickets. And he's bowling a wonderful length as well. Slashing and slashing hard. That's a good shot there from Deepak Raj with on offered. And he's climbed into that one quite beautifully. Gets off the mark with a boundary, a much needed boundary. Just break the shackles. Plays with that open face and it flown over backward point. No chance for the man in the deep. First boundary for Deepak Raj. I've noticed he's got a very much an open face grip as well. That will help him play square of the wicket. Again, on the offside, nudged away for a single. 7 overs gone, 43 for 3. Nipun Babu will continue his first went for a few runs. It's a quality bowler he will be. My apologies. It's Ravindra. Another left arm spinner brought into the attack. Got quite a few spinners. Ravindra Dhiran is the new spinner brought into the attack. A lot slow through the air, playing for a little bit of spin, getting an inside eye there, Sheval Baba. I will fetch him a single. Slowing it up, and he's driving the ball nicely. Good start for Deepak Raj. Atul Ravindran, full name. Number 6 on his back. Coming around the wicket. Got a slip in. Using his feet and getting dismissed here, Sheval Baba. Initially was looking to step down the pitch and then decided to change his shot. Played across the line and paid the price here. Atul strikes. 4 down for 46, in big trouble here, 7 District Juniors. "46 for 4. The 8th over is going to be Nurul Ayubi, the new batter, walking out to the middle. Capable batter, someone who can hit the ball long way. This situation is a precarious one. Oh, just poking around off stump, not sure to go forward or back. Good start from Atul. Oh, almost played on back onto the stumps. Gets off the mark in a streaky fashion. 8 overs gone, 47 for 4. Vishnu comes into the attack. Another spinner. They got that variety of bowlers. Vishnu Raj, right arm leg spinner, offers a different sort of trajectory, a different sort of angle and variety. That is so important to have variety in your attack as a team, and CSS does possess that. Worked away on the onside. Pushing for the second. Well, that would have been curtains there. A little mix up there. Hubie looked really interested for that second run. Not there. "48 for 4. And just skidding on with the arm. Vishnu Raj, he bowls it from the top, around 11, 12 o'clock angle. I'll be surprised if he gets too much of a side spin as a leg spinner. This time cracked off the back foot straight to backward point. They've been clinical so far, CSS. Big total with the bat, and now they're doing a job with the ball. Quietly played on the offside of the back foot, straight to the covers. The runs are so hard to come by. Here in the ninth over, this 49 for 4. A leading edge. Oh, almost a cotton ball chance that just balloon over his head. Looking to work the ball on the onside. Ayubi. He's not looking convincing here as yet. That one stayed down. And there's going to be wides as well. Come back for the second. 3 extras added to the total here. There you go. Nadeem Anjum signaling that one as a wide. That one really kept low. Have a look at that. That one just gone on with the arm. Even the wicket keeper or the slip, they didn't have a chance. It's really again keeping low. End of 9 overs, 53 for 4. This time he goes straight down the ground. Chance for the man. He drops it. Well, Ayubi gets a life. I think it was Yasser and Amir Hamza both approaching the ball. Yasser getting a hand to it. Made good ground right in front of the side screen. Puts it down. Unlucky there for the bowler. This is wonderful bowling from Atul. Just drawing the batters forward. Keeping a good length. Giving it a little bit of curve as well. He gives himself room. Slow through the air. It has gone straight up in the air. Covers, comes around and takes the catch. That is wonderful bowling. The moment he gave himself room there, Deepak Raj, and Atul just slowing it up ever so slightly. That is just brilliant bowling. Half of the side are back in the herd now for 7 district juniors. The latest one is Deepak Raj, who goes for 8, 50 4 for 5 now. Ibrar Ahmed walks to the middle with his side in precarious situation here against CSS Group. Lost 5 wickets, just 54 on the board, chasing a massive total. Ibrar does fancy his batting quite a bit. Atul, how well he's bowled 2 for 5. He's just bowled with great accuracy and variation as well. Played away off the back foot. Straight to Vishnu on the offside. And they are all over 7 District Juniors at the moment. Another arm ball. This time, enticing him to drive. That one just gripped in the surface and turned a little as well. 10 overs gone, 54 for 5, 7 District Juniors.
Second over from Vishnu. As a UB, seems to be the last straw here for 7 District Juniors. He can pack a punch, but he's got a lot of punches to pack, if you are to put it that way. A long way away from the target. slip in place for him, and why not? They're right on top of this game, CSS Group. Nicely cut away. That should go to the boundary, and it does. Well, they need many, many, many more of these 7 district juniors if they are to even get close to the target that they have been set up by CSS Group. Ayubi is certainly someone who can hit the ball a long way, but he hasn't had the best of days. He was all over the place with his bowling. Conceded quite a few in that last over that he bowled. And now he's been asked to come and make amends with the bat alongside Ibrar Ahmed. Once again into the offside, but this time it's straight to Rojith. It's been a real struggle for 7 district juniors. They're finding out the hard way that this is not a pitch on which you can just come and start playing your shots unless the bowling is ordinary. From CSS Group, the bowling has been far from ordinary. They've been on the money, making use of the track quite nicely. I've understood what's required of them over here. They're landing in the right spots, and the result is there to see. 5 wickets down in the first half of the innings. I'm looking to hit that towards the leg side. Once again, that ball staying low from Vishnu. And the batter, not the first time that we're seeing that been caught playing too early. And that's the thing about this track. Just get to you slower than you think. Got to really wait it out before you play that shot. Another example of it, this time outside off, and that'll bring Vishnu's over to an end. 59 for 5 after 11. Oh, this is a big shot from Ayubi. This is what he's known for. This is what he likes to do. And Ravindran, Atul Ravindran, who has picked up a couple of wickets, has been welcomed with a massive 6 at the start of his 3rd over. Flighted up, gets down on one knee, Ayubi, and deposits that over long on. And he's a very short side of the ground, his leg side, so he'll look to try and target that a couple of times at least in this over. Short this time, push towards long on along the carpet, will be a single. He hasn't given up. 7 district juniors are hoping that he could produce one of those miraculous innings for his team. This time it's outside the off stump, and this has been hit away behind point, and very quickly it has raced to the boundary. No fielder at 3rd man, and therefore it ended up being a long chase for that fielder and point, and Atul Ravindran has now conceded a 6 and a 4 in this over. This time it's off the bat of Ibrar Ahmed, who is certainly someone who can hold a bat. He's mainly known for his bowling capabilities, but if he can partner Ayubi here, there's still some life left in this game. Pushed away onto the offside boundary, followed by a single. If you just saw Atul Ravindran before his run up, there's a very heavy breeze blowing across the stadium right now. It did get quite gloomy earlier on, just an hour or so before sunset. Now it's completely dark, and the lights have come on as well at the Sharjah Stadium. Down the ground, behind the bowler, all the way for a 6. Second 6 in this over by Nurullah Ayubi. So he's enjoying this off spin on offer from Atul Ravindran, who before this over had picked up 2 wickets for 5 runs. But in this over, he's getting a bit of treatment from Nurullah Ayubi. He's making amends for the blunder he had with the ball in hand. Dragging the length back, staying on his crease, Nurullah Ayubi, pushing it towards the off and getting a single to keep strike in the next over. 129 runs away are 7 district juniors. But these 2 men out there in the middle haven't given up. 78 for 5. Vishnu will continue. It's left arm spin from both ends. In fact, wrist spin and left arm spin from the two ends. As Ayubi picks up a couple of runs off the first delivery of Vishnu. I did see Umair Ali and Omar Badami bowling through those middle overs for 7 District Juniors. They did keep things pretty much in control in terms of the run rate, although the batting, especially between Albin and Fazal, was really, really smart. They weren't finding boundaries, but they were rotating the strike. The problem for 7 District Juniors is they've lost too many wickets. Half the side back in the hut. So it have to be calculated risks here from these two. They don't have too much time as well on their hands. That required run rate, well over 16 runs per over. This is hit through the offside. And it goes one bounce into the fence. He's playing some fantastic shots here. Nurullah Ayubi. Fearless. On that occasion, it was Ibrar Ahmad, in fact. It wasn't Ayubi. Wow, he can bat. In the side as a bowler. Down the ground, pushed away towards long on. He gets a single and gives a strike back to Ayubi. Both these batters now looking to take the bowling on. They don't have much of a choice either way. You want to go down with a fight. That's for sure. They are not leaving it to their fate. They want to try and make a game out of this. 121 from 44. Yes, it is a long way away. They will not go down without a fight. 7 District Juniors. Nicely behind the bowler. It's almost chipped. And it's gone to the boundary as well. What we saw earlier from Nurullah Ayubi was strong hitting, aggressive stroke making. But this one has been nicely caressed over the bowler. Didn't look to hit it too hard. The placement was more important. And it did become the important factor after all. It was well to the right of that long off fielder who didn't stop that from going to the boundary. Last ball of the over. Comes down the track. And that will be the end of Ayubi's little cameo. Umpire Imran Munir confirming that he was far, far away from his crease. Well bowled by Vishnu. It was the one that goes the other way. Ayubi was playing for the wrist spin, but this was one that came back in. He almost bowled it like an off spinner, in fact. A wicketkeeper makes no mistake. So the little bit of hope that 7 District Juniors had in the form of Nurullah Ayubi has now gone. In fact, it says Ibrar, but it is Ayub who's walked away. 90 for 6. Well, Vishnu did manage to pick up that wicket of the last ball of that over. Atul Ravindran, who went for plenty in the previous over because of Ayubi, will now bowl. His next over. First ball has been cut away for a single, which brings the new man on strike, Nabil Aziz. Bowled well, Nabil, left arm spinner. Unfortunately for him, his team conceded too many. 206 is always going to be a big ask, even in a stadium like Sharjah. And 7 District Juniors only have themselves to blame here. The bowling was ordinary, gave away too many easy deliveries for batters to hit. Fazal, especially at the top, took good advantage of it. And in the end, that last over gave the momentum back to them completely. Well bowled, nice and straight. The left armer to the left hander. Negotiated with. 91 for 6 is the score right now. 7 District Juniors are in danger of a heavy defeat. Played 1-1, so have CSS. So both of these teams unbeaten so far. It seems like it will be 7 District Juniors who might record their first loss of the tournament. did batted again. 14th over in progress. I think what now 7 district juniors will be thinking about is batting the 20 overs and getting as many runs as possible. You don't want to get bowled out, try and repair the run rate that will come into play later on, since they are divided into groups and there will be positions up for grabs for the plate. Big appeal, very big appeal from Atul Ravindran. The keeper was jumping up as well, but because of the turn, it's just going on to miss leg stump. Nabil Aziz missing out on that one. Ibrahim will have a quick chat with him. Probably ask him not to go to the back foot too often against the left arm spinner. And what a spell he's had, Atul Ravindran. Except for the previous over, he's been brilliant. A couple of wickets early on. Now in his last over, lots and lots of flight, inviting him to try and go big. And they've been on the money, the bowlers of CSS Group, landing it on that perfect spot where it really becomes difficult for the batter to play a shot or to wait an eternity till the ball gets to you. That's why Fazal was very successful in the first innings, in the way he went about things. Solid spell, wonderfully bowled by Atul Ravindran. 2 for 25 in his 4 overs. 7 district juniors are struggling at 91 for 6 at the end of 13. Ibrar wants to go big this time, but how big has he gone? Not big enough. Straight to the hands of Albin. Vishnu picks up his second one. He first got rid of the dangerous Ayubi. Now he picks up the wicket of Ibrar, who was starting to cut loose. Floated it full outside off. Ibrar had to go for it. It is the longer boundary. And Albin makes no mistake. The bowling and the fielding has been top quality from CSS Group. They pick up the 7th wicket of 7 district juniors. Ibrar departs for 11. Vishnu gets his second, 91 for 7. Umair Ali in at number 9 for 7 district juniors. They are very much in danger of getting bowled out here. Haven't even made 100 runs yet on the board. And they are far, far away from the target as well. So ordinary day, a forgetful day for the juniors. Nicely bowled, an off spinner on that occasion. Oh, the non-striker has set off for a single. This is dangerous. He gets his hands to the timber, Vishnu. But it might just be touch and go. I get the feeling Umair may have made his ground. Oh, the bat is in the air. He hasn't creased. That's what it seems like to me. The umpire will make the final call. But Umair Ali has made a very basic mistake, a schoolboy error. This should give us a better idea. Ooh, it is touch and go. It is certainly touch and go. Now that's the frame. That is where we need to assert if Umair Ali has touched the ground or not. Well, it seems like the umpire has decided that it has in fact. The bat has in fact touched the ground, so therefore the signal has come in as not out. Umair will survive and get off the mark with that single. Nabil Aziz though is yet to get off the mark. Vishnu, who was bowling wrist spin all this while, has suddenly turned into an off spinner, finger spinner. Versatile from CSS. Bowling around the wicket to the left-hander, but he's also had a brilliant spell. 2 for 24. Picked up 2 very important wickets as well. Lighted asking him to cut, and now this time he's got the outside edge. No doubts for the umpire on this occasion. A thick edge from Nabil Aziz doesn't open his account, and he walks away. Vishnu picks up his third. Floated outside off. Offered with cut me if you can, says Vishnu. And all he gets is a thick outside edge, and brilliant bit of keeping once again from the CSS wicketkeeper. The 8th wicket falls. In fact, they're shaking hands. It seems like there may have been some injury. And therefore, there won't be any more batting from 7 District Juniors. This means that CSS Group have won by a huge margin, 115 runs. The victory margin. We'll shake hands all around. A short game after all, this has been. What a dominant performance from the experienced side of CSS Group. They were solid with the bat, compiled a massive total of 206. Fazal at the top, got them going. And then in reply, 7 District Juniors were very, very ordinary with the bat. Unable to get going thanks to some solid bowling from CSS Group. There you go then. That is the 7 District Junior batting effort in reply to 206. They just never got going. Only 30 of Ayubi seemed to be a respectable innings in that. But otherwise, all the top order batters, especially Sahil Arman, Atar Rahman, Amar Badami, Shival Baba, all of them big names, good reputation, but just unable to contribute or bat against some quality fast bowling. Farzeen at the top, Yasir Ahmed picking up that first wicket. Then the spinners taking control, Ravindran and Vishnu, 5 wickets between them. Dhruv was unable to play today. Neither was Sulaiman. So they did play 2 players short. 7 District Juniors getting all out for 92. Well, that's for the bowling for CSS. Superb from the top. Yasir Ahmed 1 for 7 in his 2 overs. Amir Hamza none for 13 in his 2 overs. Nipun Babu surprisingly bowled just 1 over, gave away 12. Farzeen in the middle bowling 2 for 9, getting 2 for 9 in his 2 overs. The solid economy rate as well. But those 2 spinners, Ravindran and Vishnu, in the end wrapping things up with 5 quick wickets between them. 25 and 24 is all they gave away. So a solid bowling effort from CSS all around, and bowling only 6 extras. So more disciplined, more consistent, and picking up wickets at regular intervals, arresting whatever hopes or chances that 7 District Juniors thought they might have had in winning this game. So that is a story of what happened out there this evening. Batting first, CSS Group, after winning the toss, they made a 206 for 6, led by Akib Fazal right at the top, 75 of 42. Albin playing a good cameo at number 3, 45 of 31. Vishnu getting 30, the left-hander. Don't forget Yasir Ahmed also getting 24 of just 8 balls towards the end. Sahil was a pick of the bowlers for them, 2 for 25 with his slow, loopy, medium spin, medium pace. Abrar Ahmed and Aziz also contributing with a couple of wickets, and 1 for Aziz in their allotted overs. In reply, 7 District Juniors only getting 92 runs, and CSS Group going on to win the game by 114 runs. Don't go away. In a few moments, we will have the post-match presentation with Asghar Khan.
Good evening and everyone, and welcome to the post-match presentation of 30th Bukhatir T20 League powered by FanCode. Firstly, I would like to thank Sharjah Cricket and all the administration involved behind the scenes for such a wonderful tournament organized here. We would also like to thank our sponsors, powered by sponsor and official streaming partner FanCode, event partners TCM, sports sponsor our souk.com. The match number 14 of the tournament, CSS Group has defeated 7 District Juniors by 114 runs. Commencing ahead, we would like to move on to the award for the night, the Man of the Match award, that will be presented by Mr. Tahseen Javed, honorable match referee for this game. Our souk.com Player of the Match award goes to Akif Fazal from CSS Group for his wonderful 75 of just 41 deliveries that really guided the side to a very good total. Fantastic performance. He's a fine player. Well, many congratulations, Akif, once again producing the goods when it's needed.
Of course, see, as a team, we have to do whatever responsibility they have given to us. So today, it's kind of not a good wicket to bat on. It's a little bit slower on side. So we have to plan just like 10, 12 in an over and just try to do it as a team. And we always believe in the process rather than the results. So it's good.
Well, that's great to have you. Tell us about the surface you spoke about. We've seen it's a difficult surface. What kind of adjustment as a batter you need to make on surfaces like this?
I think we have to wait for the ball. It's not a true wicket to just go and hit over on the rise. So we have to wait for the ball. Just time the balls that kind of in the gaps and get 2-3 boundaries. Just plan for a boundary in each over. Just that's how we plan and that's how we get success.
Playing really well as a team and looking forward to the business end of the tournament as well.
Of course, yes. As a team, we have a major plan there. So we are trying to be in the process slightly. So something we have been doing something good. That's why we are getting good results. So we try to adjust that things and we try to follow those things.
Well, all the best for the rest of the tournament.
Yeah, thank you so much.
That was Akif Fazal with his magnificent knock of 75, which just sealed the deal for CSS Group. They won by 75 runs. We will take a short break and we will be back with more action.
Throw the dustbin, not butol the throw ground. प्लेयर उठ रहे हैं ना उधर आके प्लेयर उठेगा अच्छा नहीं लगेगा उधर के प्लेयर उठ रहे हैं मतलब आप लेके जाएगा ना लेके जाओ मुश्किल नहीं डस्टबिन में लास्ट में
ठीक है भाई
ठीक है
वो भी कोई उठा लिया क्या पानी